BMW, a name that instantly brings to mind sleek design, roaring engines, and top-tier luxury. But what if I told you that this billion-dollar company almost didn't make it? What if I told you that BMW, yes, the same BMW that makes cars for the world's elite, started by making aircraft engines, had a factory bombed into rubble, and even survived by producing kitchenware? BMW's journey from near extinction to one of the world's most admired car brands is filled with war, struggle, and innovation. So how did BMW go from making airplane engines to creating some of the most desired cars on the planet? Let's get into the incredible story.
Chapter 1.
BMW was officially founded in 1916, but its origins go back a bit further. It started with two companies, Otto Flugmaschinenfabrik and Rapp Motorenwerk, both of which were involved in aircraft engineering in Germany. Back then, the world was deep into World War I, and aircraft engines were in high demand. One of BMW's first products? A six-cylinder aircraft engine that was so efficient it set altitude records. But when the war ended in 1918, Germany was forced to sign the Treaty of Versailles. And in that treaty, there was one big problem for BMW. Germany was banned from making aircraft engines. That meant BMW's biggest market had vanished overnight. The company had two choices: shut down or pivot. And so, BMW started making motorcycle engines, household products, and even railway brakes. Anything that could keep the company afloat. But this was only the beginning of their struggles.
Chapter 2.
By the 1920s, BMW found some success with motorcycles, releasing the BMW R32, which had a revolutionary engine design. But it wasn't until 1928 that BMW finally became a car company. They purchased a struggling German car manufacturer called Fahrzeugfabrik Eisenach, and with it, they got their hands on the Dixie 315, a small, affordable car. They rebranded it as the BMW 315, and just like that, BMW officially entered the automobile industry. But the company didn't want to be known for just small, practical cars. No, they had their sights on something bigger: luxury and performance. Throughout the 1930s, BMW built larger, more powerful vehicles, sleek roadsters, touring cars, and high-performance engines. But just as they were gaining momentum, war struck again.
Chapter 3.
When World War II began, BMW was forced to shift back to its military roots. The German government ordered them to manufacture aircraft engines again, and soon BMW's factories were producing thousands of engines for the Luftwaffe. It was a time of forced labor and war production, and by the time the war ended in 1945, BMW was in ruins, literally. Allied bombers had obliterated their factories, and to make matters worse, Germany was once again banned from making motorized vehicles. BMW had hit rock bottom. So what did they do? They went back to making cooking pots and bicycles. It's hard to imagine that a company that now six-figure luxury cars was once selling kitchenware just to survive. For years, BMW struggled to find its way back. The company's first attempt at restarting car production in the 1950s failed miserably. Their first post-war car, the BMW 501, was too expensive and didn't sell well. By 1959, BMW was on the verge of bankruptcy, and Daimler-Benz, the parent company of Mercedes, almost bought them out. But at the last minute, a wealthy investor named Herbert Quandt stepped in. Instead of letting Mercedes absorb BMW, he doubled down, invested heavily, and gave BMW a second chance. That bet paid off in a way no one could have predicted.
Chapter 4.
In the 1960s, BMW reinvented itself. They introduced the new class of sedans, sporty, stylish, and high-performance cars that completely changed BMW's image. Then came the BMW 3 Series 1975, the 5 Series 1972, and the 7 Series 1978, the three cars that would go on to define BMW for decades. By the 1980s, BMW was no longer struggling. They were thriving. Their new slogan? The ultimate driving machine. And they backed it up. BMW was known for making cars that weren't just luxurious, but fun to drive. But they weren't done yet. In 1998, BMW made a bold move and bought Rolls-Royce, securing their place at the top of the luxury market. By the 2000s, BMW was also a leader in motorsports, electric cars, and cutting-edge engineering. Today, they continue to push boundaries, whether it's with hybrid technology, futuristic designs, or self-driving features. But one thing has never changed. BMW is all about the driving experience.
Chapter 5.
Today, BMW is worth over $155 billion, sells more than 2.5 million cars per year, and has a loyal fan base around the world. But their story is more than just profit and numbers. BMW has built a legacy of resilience. They survived wars, bombings, financial crises, and near bankruptcy. They went from making aircraft engines to bicycles, from household pots to world-class sports cars. And today, when you see a BMW on the road, it's not just a car. It's a symbol of history, innovation, and engineering excellence. So the next time you step into a BMW, remember this. This wasn't just a company that got lucky. This was a company that fought against the odds, time and time again, and came out stronger. As BMW's own founder, Karl Rapp, once said, "A company is only as strong as the challenges it overcomes."
Last chapter.
And BMW has overcome more challenges than most. If you thought BMW's story was interesting, wait until you hear about how Lamborghini was created out of revenge. Yes, revenge. Ferruccio Lamborghini was so frustrated with Ferrari that he decided to build a car just to prove them wrong. That story is absolutely wild, and you won't want to miss it. And if you love learning about brands and the stories behind them, make sure you subscribe to Brand Chronicles. We bring you the most incredible business stories from legendary companies to brands shaping the future. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Now, click the thumbnail on the screen and watch the unbelievable story of Lamborghini. I'll see you there.